is thinking.
I'm dedicated to it. I can't be stopped.
All right, a big Minutemen coffee salute to all my all-American sheet kickers. You know, if you see the bedding on the floor, you can kick it, and that would turn you into a sheet kicker. Welcome back to the Ted Nugent Spirit Campfire, where I have so much happiness that I'm willing to share it. In fact, I'm going to force happiness on you, whether you like it or not. Donald Trump says he's going to protect women, whether they like it or not. Well, that's perfect. Can you, Minutemen coffee, buy it for the people you love for Christmas? It's so good. With a slug of Amish pure organic heavy cream right out of the dangling tits of a cow. How about in Texas, they have this stuff on the tables at restaurants and cafes that says coffee whitener. What kind of idiot came up with that? We don't put cream in our coffee because we want it white. We put cream in our coffee because it's sweet and delicious. It's got to have a moo. There's got to be some moo in my dairy products. I can't believe it's not butter, because it's not butter. So finally, Maha, the Mahu Vishnu Orchestra. Maha, Make America Healthy Again. Have you noticed? I wish I knew the gal's name who joins Jesse Waters to identify the intentional orchestrated chemical warfare on American citizens by Uncle Sam, the FDA, the USDA, the WHO, Monsanto, Big Pharma. They're literally knowingly and intentionally making us sick as hell and then charging us gargantuan amount of money to treat it, not the causes, but the symptoms, which means it just prolongs the sicknesses. And the CEO of United Healthcare, who make $10 million a year, was assassinated in Manhattan 2 days ago. I think there's a relationship. I see my wife over there. Shemaine, look, she's closing the doors. We have barn doors in the man cave cuckoo's nest, and there was a beautiful gazelle shutting the doors. Anyhow, I hope you feel the piss and vinegar celebration of defiance and love. You know, you can't have love unless you defy evil. And it looks like on November 5th, you did a good job. We're going to put it on the screen, whether in post-production or whatever, but it's not over, Rover. Don't bend over and let Teddy take over. You've got to keep fighting. Right now, you know, I have a reasonable grasp of the English language. No one has ever been confused about what Ted Nugent is attempting to convey. But I have no words that adequately describe Joe Biden. The depth, the vulgarity, the obscenity, the pure evil of embarrassment that this man brings onto America. By the way, Tony, are you hearing that like some kind of electronic burp or hiccup? Barack. Speaking of hiccups and burps. So, did you see this freak? You know, we'd like to feel sorry for Joe Biden, but he's so rotten to the core, just like his entire family, his entire Democrat Party. Who can't see that Joe Biden is the devil seed? He's he's over Angola, meeting with the Congo and the Sudan, falling asleep during international meetings. Could it be more embarrassing? Could it also be more dangerous that this guy, this thing, who thinks he's the commander-in-chief, who did not get 81 million votes in 2020, well, he's an election denier. Hello? Joe Biden did not get 81 million votes in 2020. He didn't even get 70 million votes in 2020. He didn't win the election in 2020. Can you please write that down? And if you look at it, we did about Dan Bongino. Dan Bongino, I love you. I mean, I love you, man to man, effervescent masculinity. This guy has You know, you can have a mod deuce, a 50 cal, just rearranging topography. I have rearranged the topography on the North Bosque River in Texas with a BMG 50 cal. Shemaine and I will squat down at the banks of the North Bosque. I don't know if this is legal, but if the government can kill bald eagles and golden eagles, an endangered species, with their scam wind turbines, then I can rearrange the topography on the North Bosque River with my 50 BMG in the loving gesture of the great late Jim Brown. Jim Brown, we will never forget you, Jim Brown. And Maryland, we're with you all the time. JB, we're with you. But Jim Brown would bring his machine guns. He had a trailer with like $50 million worth of machine guns. And ammo, what's it, like $10 a round? And Shemaine and I would put a belt on the big 50 BMG. And the entire cliff off the North Bosque River would crumble into the river. It was awesome. Anyhow, you can get a double 50 cal. That would be a dream, where there's two 50 cal. You can also get a quad, 450 cals. So Dan Bongino is a quad 50 BMG, Truth, Logic, and Common Sense T-Rex Scrotum Lifetime Achievement Award winner, because he did an analysis of the votes from 2016, well, going back to 2008 when Barack Obama boonswaggled us. Boy, he said everything perfect. Somebody wrote a perfect speech. He delivered it with panache, and every word out of his mouth was a lie. And since I'm talking about 50 calibers, and I got a beautiful Colt 45 in the memory of Sergeant Steve DeLuzio, let's talk about another one of our ballistically coefficient sponsors, along with Minutemen Coffee. We have armslist.com. Armslist.com. You need to buy things for your family that have worth and value and an application, that are pragmatic, utilitarian, and fun beyond words. These guys at armlist.com, America's firearms marketplace. Well, you can't just buy it through the mail. Well, you could back in the 1940s and 50s. You could get a machine gun from Sears Roebuck catalog delivered to your house for like $29. And nobody shot anybody with them except Al Capone. Anyhow, armslist.com, America's firearms marketplace. Go to armslist.com. I don't know why I got all kinds of stuff on my... Why is that up there? I don't know why I've got stuff. Anyhow, I made it go away. Armslist.com. They sponsor my big mouth because my big mouth is measured ballistically, because truth, logic, and common sense is the ultimate penetrating round from a we the people defiant middle finger daddy. I know you enjoy my linguistic ballet. It's more like a linguistic shuffle. So MinutemenCoffee.com. Buy it for your loving family and friends for Christmas. Go to armslist.com, America's firearms marketplace. They support my truth, logic, and common sense, representing the heart and soul of the best people in the world. These guys get a T-Rex Scrotum Lifetime Achievement Award because they have a business called armslist.com, where you can buy guns and ammo with aplomb. So thank you, armslist.com. Since we're wrapping it up here, let's talk about Christmas. See, did you hear that, Tone? Did you hear that? Some kind of funny noise? But you see back behind me there, we have an autographed Ted Nugent flag. I will not comply. You can go to tednugent.com and get that. Plus, we got all these autographed hats and flags. I've been autographing stuff like a maniac because I am a maniac. I'm maniacally addicted to freedom. That Nugent's a radical. Check. That Nugent's an extremist. Check. So support those that support unambiguous truth, logic, and common sense, Constitution, Bill of Rights, 10 Commandment, Golden Rule, work ethic, law and order, good over evil. Speaking of which, we'll talk about Danny Penny in New York. Could it be more insane that the court system unleashes dangerous people into our face every day. A U.S. Marine hero, Dan Penny, saves people's lives. There's the epitome, the definition of a hero. And the New York City court system is charging him with a crime, murder, or whatever it is. Not only did he not commit a crime, he is a damn hero. I hope everybody is just hammering our elected employees. I don't have to. They all know what I stand for. Daniel Penny is a hero, period. Our court system is so obscene, so anti-justice, that they will charge a hero with a crime, but they'll keep letting dangerous criminals into our face every day. Engineered recidivism. So support those that support my spotlight on cockroaches. MinutemenCoffee.com. Go there. That's where you spend your hard-earned money with veteran-owned operation. Armslist.com. They support our Truth, Logic, and Common Sense celebration. MyPillow.com. Mike Lindell's having the man's insane. He's giving away stuff at the prices. The flannel sheet's $59.98. Go to mypillow.com and spend your hard-earned money with a man who stands up for truth, logic, and common sense with unbelievable. We have all his products. He's got a Gonzo Christmas sale. You want to buy something from people who support your belief system, mypillow.com. Type in the code SPIRIT. I forgot to tell you the code for armslist.com is FIRE. That's my code. I will be back in a moment with more FIRE, Truth, Logic, and Common Sense.